ठीक है, जितनी रिकॉर्ड करनी है बाकी ओके।
Assalamu alaikum, second year. This is Dr. Hina Iftikhar, lecturer biochemistry department. Today the practical which we are going to perform is estimation of percentage of blood urea by DAMS method. What is DAM? DAM is diacetyl monooxide. Apparatus is we have to take 3 test tubes, a colorimeter, pipette, micropipette, disposable syringe and a boiling water bath. Chemicals are standard urea solution. It has a strength of 50 milligram per deciliter. Oxidant reagent which acts as a catalyst and it contains orthophosphoric acid and ferric ions. And DAM solution which is diacetyl monooxide, DAM TSC. TSC stands for thiosemicarbazide. TSC is used to intensify the color, and ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid which acts as anticoagulant and serum or plasma. How will you do the practical? Procedure is label 3 test tubes and label 3 test tubes as S, U and B. S stands for standard, U for unknown and B for blank. Now with the help of a micropipette, add 0.01 ml of distilled water in blank tube, 0.01 ml of standard urea in S and 0.01 ml of serum or plasma in U tube. Now what will you do? With the help of take a pipette and add 2 ml of oxidant reagent and 0.5 ml of DAM solution in all of the 3 test tubes. Mix them and keep them in boiling water bath for 10 to 15 minutes. After 10 to 15 minutes, remove them from the boiling water bath and cool them under tap water. Now you will have to measure the optical density of unknown and standard. First of all, set the colorimeter at 0 using the blank tube. Now measure the optical density of the unknown solution and compare it with the standard solution by measuring its optical density as well, and the wavelength would be 540 nanometer. Estimation of percentage of blood urea by DAMS method. What is DAM? DAM is diacetyl monooxide. Apparatus is we have to take 3 test tubes and mark them as S for standard, U for unknown and B for blank. A colorimeter, pipette, micropipette, disposable syringe and a boiling water bath. Chemicals are standard, this is standard urea solution. It's 50 milligram per deciliter. Oxidant which act as a catalyst which contains orthophosphoric acid and ferric ions. And DAM solution, DAM TSC, which is diacetyl monooxide semicarbazide. TSC is used to intensify the color. Ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid which acts as anticoagulant and serum or plasma. Now take 3 test tubes and label them as S, U and B. With the help of micropipette, add 0.01 ml of distilled water in blank tube, 0.01 ml of standard urea in S tube, and 0.01 ml of serum or plasma in U tube, which is unknown. Now with the help of pipette, add 2 ml of oxidant reagent in all 3 test tubes. Now add 0.5 ml of DAM solution in all the 3 test tubes. Now mix them thoroughly and keep them in boiling water bath for 10 to 15 minutes. After 10 to 15 minutes, cool it under tap water. Now measure the optical density of unknown and standard against blank at 540 nanometer wavelength in a colorimeter after adjusting the colorimeter at blank for 0.
Blank solution.
This is blank. Actually we are adjusting the colorimeter at 0.
बस 0 पे सेट 0 हो गया ठीक है.
Now compare unknown with the standard.
Standard solutions. Now read the standard.
Now read the optical density
of standard.
of standard solution.
The last page. .23.
That is 0.23. Now take the unknown solution and measure its optical density that would be compared with the standard.
.12.
0.12 is the optical density of unknown solution. Urea is a major nitrogen containing metabolic product of proteins. How it is produced? It is produced from one molecule of ammonia and carbon dioxide and is excreted through kidneys. Urea is produced through urea cycle. Important thing is normal level of urea in blood is 20 to 40 milligram per deciliter. So if it is getting below or above, then something is getting abnormal. Okay. Amino acids and other nitrogenous compounds give rise to ammonia, and this ammonia is very toxic. It can cross your blood-brain barrier and it can lead to permanent brain damage. So it needs to be removed from the body. How will you remove it? Will it get removed? It is converted or detoxified to urea, which is a non-toxic and water-soluble compound which can get excreted from the body through kidneys. If now the blood urea level is below 20 milligram per deciliter, it means something is abnormal. Where is the abnormality? It lies in the liver. It means liver is not synthesizing urea properly. Would be the causes of urea level below 20 milligram per deciliter includes hepatitis, liver cirrhosis. It can be hepatocellular carcinoma, myxedema, and impaired liver function tests. Condition is if the blood urea level is above 40 milligram per deciliter, then you know defect is lying in kidneys. It means that they are not excreting urea properly. That is why they are getting collected in the body. Okay. Causes of increased urea in the body or hyperuremia means increased level of urea in the blood greater than 40 milligram per deciliter can be divided into 3 categories. They include pre-renal causes, renal causes, and post-renal causes. You well know that if urea is accumulating inside the body, it means that kidneys are not excreting them properly. So defect is lying in the kidney. So they can be divided into 3 categories like things happening before the kidneys, inside the problems happening inside the kidneys, or things happening after post-renal causes like they are not excreting the urea properly. There is some sort of obstruction. So the pre-renal causes include increased protein diet, increased protein catabolism, which and the causes include starvation, high-grade fever, diabetes mellitus, hyperthyroidism, infections in gastrointestinal tract, respiratory tract infections, burns, trauma, surgery, and any cause of impaired perfusion, that is kidneys are not getting their blood supply properly, which can happen in the case of cardiac failure. Is post-renal causes, and it can include any cause that leads to decreased GFR and urea retention. And the causes include acute and chronic renal failure, acute pyelonephritis, renal carcinoma, tuberculosis of kidneys, antimony, lead, mercury, arsenic poisoning, these substances are nephrotoxic and congenital polycystic kidneys. Postrenal causes include when there is any obstruction in flow of urine, which causes back pressure and hydronephrosis due to renal damage. And the causes include stones in the ureter, strictures, tumors, urinary bladder stenosis, and bilateral prostatic hypertrophy, like they are causing obstruction to the flow of urine. So urea will not be excreted, it will get accumulated and will lead to uremia. Urea clearance test. It is the most important test to assess renal function, that is to measure GFR, and its definition is it is an expression of number of milliliter of blood plasma which is completely cleared of urea by kidneys per minute. And the principle of this practical is DAM solution when heated gives rise to diacetyl hydroxylamine, which directly reacts with urea in the presence of oxidant reagent, and it gives rise to diazine derivatives. They are of pink color and the color is intensified by thiocyanine carbazide, and oxidant reagent acts as a catalyst.